All right, so had my birthday party today. Gotta look at the camera. Had my birthday party today. My birthday was in the end of January. Just had my birthday party at the end of February because I absolutely could not even think of planning a birthday party at the end of 2021 or even at the very beginning of 2022. So I just planned it so people would have enough time to take off work. I did a paint and sip party. Um, just picked out a picture that I liked and got enough supplies. I had people pay me $5, but they were going to paint to cover canvases and paint and whatever. Um, and that was actually really fun. It was a great party. I almost had to cancel it because, so like I said in my last video, I was going to see if I was pregnant because I'm tired of having my periods because they're so painful, and my husband and I are like want kids soon anyway. So like put a baby in me so I don't have to have my periods. And well, I got my period yesterday. So I was making sure to stay medicated because I'm like, I have had this birthday party planned for almost a month. I don't want to cancel it. Like, because I'm not going to just replan it and reinvite everybody. Then it's like 3 months after my birthday. Like, oh gosh, that would have been crazy. So thankfully, um, I was able to have enough medication to where I actually wasn't in any pain during the party. So that was good. But I actually instead had a really big headache. Don't know where that came from. So it's like trying to ignore that the whole party. I feel like I didn't have a lot of caffeine today, so that might have been why. Which I'm trying to not have as much caffeine anyway. So, but yeah, that was really fun. Oh, what else was I gonna say? Okay, so let me know if you're like this. I have always had friends from like different groups of people. You know how like people like have friend groups or something, like things like that, and like high school and stuff like that. I never really had like a friend group. It was just like I had friends from different groups, I guess, and I would talk to them whenever I was around them. Um, and it was always kind of hard because it was like I could never really hang out with like a group of my friends because they're not necessarily friends with each other. And for some reason, I just have awkward friends. I don't know why, because it's like if they're my friends bring me around their friends, even though I'm an awkward person, like I will try and talk to them and like hang out with them because this is your friend and you want me to know them. They're a part of your life, and yeah, I want to get to know them. But for some reason, it's always seemed like I don't have the same type of friends where it's like they don't care to get to know each other and like judge each other before they meet each other, which is so weird to me because it's like I have been accused by two previous best friends of being judgmental. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I wouldn't get it. And then I realized it's because, like, I have, I know what my values are and have since I was a kid. And peer pressure is not going to make me change them. And, like, I've learned around like middle school, beginning high school age that, like, you can't put your values like judge other people by your values and different things like that because they have different values, um and maybe those like aren't as important to them as like my values are to me, and that's whatever. A person is a person. They can be what they want to be, right? But then it's like because a friend would know that my response to something that they would want to do, or like just something that they had done or something, would be like, oh, I don't know if that was a good idea, or like what is the point in doing that? Because for me, it wouldn't line up with my values and there would be no point in doing it, kind of. Um, and so, because of that, and because they would know my answer, and you know what I mean, then they would just say, you're judgmental. And it's like, being judgmental is like, now I think differently about you because now I've judged you. You know what I mean? I don't think differently about you because you chose to do something. You knowing that what I think you're gonna do is like dumb or something, it's not me being judgmental in any way. Like I can think what I want about different things, um, like, and a lot of it was like going to parties with drugs or something like that. No, I'm not gonna do that, especially when I'm underage. Like people get raped at high school parties, people get OD'd or people can OD at high school parties, a lot of underage drinking. Like, no, and I don't need to be a part of that. Like, that just sounds dumb to me. So that's why I wouldn't do it, because you can't decide that, you don't get to choose that. Nothing's gonna go wrong at this party, so yep, I'm gonna go to this one. You don't get to choose that. And so for me, like the possibility of it happening was like outweighs any fun that I might have there, because I can have fun outside of there. So like that's just an example. Um, but so, and that's just what it's always seemed like. And so like I'll have these every once in a while I'll have a party, and people will say they're coming, and I can tell you right off the bat who's not going to come, because like they're just not going to come, because I don't know, they don't know anybody else that's going to be there. They don't feel like they can come and support me just because they don't like know other people that are going to be there, or maybe they don't like other people that are going to be there. And it's like, come on, like I would do it for you because you're my friend and you mean something to me. So I don't know, I really just don't get it. And like I've expressed this to a couple friends, and like one of them has tried, and maybe two of them have tried, but I don't know. It's really weird to me. So I'm really excited that now I kind of do have this group of friends, um, because we all worked at that shitty, horrible domestic violence shelter, where we were all treated like shit by the leadership. That joke of a domestic violence shelter. And and they were all just really, really nice people. And they all like live in the area. Um, so like we can all text each other and like meet up every once in a while. And it's kind of nice just like being able to make plans for a couple days later and hang out and see his friends and like keep real contact with them. And it's like I can hang out with all of them together, you know what I mean? So that's kind of nice, not having to only hang out with like one friend at a time all the time. I don't know. It's just kind of really irritating. Does that happen to anybody else with their friendships? Leftover pizza from the party. I don't know if this franchise is by you, where you live, but it's called $5 Pizza. But they recently changed their name to True's Pizza. So like the word true with an S on the end. And it's just so funny because their name was $5 Pizza, right? So their pizzas are $5. And then I go on there today to order this True's Pizza, and it's $6 a pizza. I'm like, oh, is that why they had to change their name? Because now it's $6 a pizza instead of $5 a pizza. So funny. Or maybe they started changing more after they changed their names so that now they can charge more. I thought that was funny. Um, but so now I'm just laying in pain because my medicine is worn off and I don't know where I put it. So now I'm just feeling pain. That's really cool. Does anybody else have to go through this every month? Because I feel you, and it's horrible. And I can't wait to not have to go through it for 9 months. Although I am so afraid of childbirth. But as long as I don't have to have my period for 9 months, it'll be fine, right? Like, no big deal. I'm also not really planning on having any medicine. Which I know obviously you can change your mind, but when I give birth, but um because I want to be at home. I want to be in the comfort of my own home. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, I had a fun paint and sip birthday party. Everybody's paintings turned out like really different, but like it was so fun and they're all so good. Um, and then a couple more people bought candles for me at my party because they could actually smell them while they were there. So that was really nice too. Um, so now I'm gonna hang out with a couple of those friends that were at my party today. Tomorrow, I think we're gonna go to this Blacklight Adventures place, and then hang out at somebody's house for a little bit, and then on Monday, starting working on my businesses again. So I've decided I'm gonna do the candle business first because I basically have that one like partly started already, and I kind of know how to get that one started, as opposed to the nonprofit that I want to start. I don't know anything about starting a nonprofit, so I should do that one second because I need to make money right now. Um, and I think I said the thing about Instacart in my last video about how I went to take a picture of my license, and then the app said to me, please send us a picture of your license that isn't expired. So then I learned that my license was expired right then. So, and then my husband and I went to renew our licenses. Turns out that they let him renew his when he had gotten his address changed on his license after we got our house. But when I had gotten my address changed to renew, or for my license when we got our house, they did not offer for me to also renew it so that I wouldn't have to go in today or in January for this expired license. I don't know why they didn't offer it to me too when I went in. Who knows? But thankfully his wasn't expired, so that was at least good to know he wasn't driving with an expired license because he drives like a half hour to work every day. And he drives through this town where the police are literally horrible. They're horrible. They illegally pulled him out of his car and we got the whatever charges they had decided to put on him dropped. Literally for no reason. They saw a spoon in his car and they called it drug paraphernalia. They said they called it oh, what was it? What was it? You know how like, oh, because I saw that now I get to search your car. Probable cause. Probable cause. The spoon that was plastic that had ramen residue still on it because that's what he ate with it. Don't ask me who eats noodles with a spoon. I don't know how you can eat noodles with a spoon, but my husband does. Okay. Plastic spoon. Apparently drug paraphernalia. You have to heat up a spoon if you want to use it for drugs. How is he going to heat up this plastic spoon? Literally, these are the cops in that town. So yeah, it got dropped because we talked to 3 different lawyers, and the only one that was kind of on the police side was one that usually works for police. So that goes to show exactly who was in the wrong there, which was not my husband. And my husband has a dash cam, so he had video of the whole thing. So nice try, cops in that town, but you suck. But so I definitely didn't want him getting pulled over with an expired license in that town. So I'm glad that his was not expired that whole time. But so we got expedited shipping for my license, so it will get here soon so that I can finally start Instacart and start making money while I'm trying to start these businesses. Because I know somebody that would make like a lot weekly from Instacart and they just went hard on it. So I'm going to try and do the same thing and make a lot of money because I need it. So that's what I'm going to do this week. Work more on my businesses. I only have probably like 10 candles left to sell. And I started out with 24. So that is cool. And then I'm going to start taking candle requests from my friends so they can tell me what smells they want, and I'll make those specifically. I actually kind of really like doing that because since people can't really come smell my candles, unless, they ask me to, I'd let them come to my house and smell the candles, but I like taking the request because then they know what they want as opposed to like me just making a bunch of sense and it's like they have to guess if they would like it or not and then maybe they don't like it. So I'm going to be doing that after these candles sell out, which I'm hoping we'll do so at the end of the week. On Monday, I'm delivering some candles. I'm delivering 4 candles. One person bought 3 and one person bought 1. And I'm also going to help my mom finish painting her bathroom on Monday. So that's what I'm up to. Do you like my hair? It looks like really big for some reason, like on camera, but my hair is actually pretty thin. Like it just looks big because it's curly, so it's like poofy. But it's actually pretty thin. Oh, I have to take my earrings out too. I got these on sale. You know how I don't know if there's any in your area, but in my area, there's like a lot of secondhand stores that will like take stuff that Target didn't sell and then sell it for like a really cheap price. So that was where I got these. I got them for like probably $3 or something like that. But that's what my week's gonna look like, starting my candle business more. And then I also have to get back in touch with these people that I did a self-defense class with. It was six or 9 people from the community and then 6 or 9 cops. And then we're going to try and teach self-defense to the people in this community and the surrounding community together. I love the cops in this town, most of them. The ones I've met, I don't know, because every time I talk to other people from the town, they don't like the police, but I think the police in this town, compared to many other towns, do a lot better job. It also depends on the officer, though. It really depends on the officer because a person is a person and not their occupation. And I will say that all the time. A person is a person and not their occupation. Also, a study was done, and it was like at least half of police admitted to being physically abusive with their significant others. So it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Um, and then oh, there was something else I should. Oh, and then somebody that one of my Facebook friends posted about this ASL class that somebody was going to start teaching for free through Zoom on Monday nights for like 14 weeks, 14 different sessions um, for like 1 hour. And it's free. And I was like, I've wanted to learn ASL for so long, and I've been trying to teach myself, but it's really hard for me to motivate myself, um, and like to dedicate time. I don't know. I don't know why it is, because ASL is something I really do want to learn. So sign up for the class. Hopefully this will just jumpstart me into teaching myself more. Um, but I'm so excited because I really want to learn ASL. And because I want to be a public speaker, I think it'd be really cool to be able to also translate my speeches then into ASL. So that is what else I'll be doing. Thanks for listening.